Hello and welcome to India Today SoSouth. I'm Gautam Shankar. Now, the east and south corridors of Bangalore, after the focus on these regions, now the attention has turned towards North Bangalore, basically to see if this is going to be the next Silicon Valley in terms of economic development of the city. Now, what we understand is this development, with this development, North Bangalore is witnessing a surge in demand for residential and commercial properties. Now, to understand more on this, I'm now joined in by Siddharth, who basically tracks the Bangalore real estate market very closely as well. Welcome on the show, Siddharth.
Thank you, Gautam. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Mm. Yeah. So, Siddharth, could you tell us a little bit about the kind of real estate spurt that North Bangalore is basically witnessing? Is this region becoming a popular hotspot among home buyers?
By by a quite a distance, like anyone, it's not only the new migrants that are coming in who are looking for new properties in North Bangalore. Even historical old residents of Bangalore are looking to invest and even in fact reside in North Bangalore. There are multiple factors actually contributing to it. I'm sure we'll get into it, but then the
Mm.
main driving force that changed everything for Bangalore, North Bangalore specifically, was the 2007 shift of the airport from HAL to Devanali.
Mm.
That made all the difference and has played a
Mm.
vital role in the real estate demand exists today there.
Yeah, absolutely. So around about that time is when I shifted to North Bangalore as well, in Sakar Nagar, and the kind of development that we've seen in the past few years is quite remarkable because it was a nice, quiet spot, the North Bangalore region. People would call it like the outskirts of Bangalore. It is so far, but right now it is quickly turning into a prime property this time around. But also, now, what are the kind of rental yields that we'll see in the northern areas? Will it be on par or more than that of the prominent eastern areas like Sarjapur Road, or Sarjapur or Whitefield, or even Indranagar, Kormangla region as well?
It will get there, but it will take time because the factors that will contribute to that is right now in our eastern corridor, that's Whitefield and ORR and Sarjapur Road, office stock is about 150 million square feet. That's a lot of
Hmm.
office square feet for one market. And now I think most of Indian cities don't even have it as a whole. We have it on a single outer ring road and Whitefield combined as 150 million square feet. If so,
Hmm.
and most of them with a vacancy rate as low as 8 to 10%, it has to go hand in hand. The residential and commercial supply, as long as they're going hand in hand, the you can expect a good stable rental yields over there. But
Hmm.
then the difference which I'm seeing in northern Bangalore when compared to eastern part is the sizes of the apartments and the size of
Hmm.
the PGs even offered are a bit more of a larger scale when compared to eastern. Eastern PGs and apartments are more cramped, 1200, 1500 square feet on an apartment is average size.
Okay.
But whereas you go to North Bangalore, the 1800 to 2200 square feet apartments are more common uh,
Hmm.
in northern Bangalore.
Okay. You're basically saying that it will be a lot bigger. Is that what you're trying to say in terms of apartment square footage?
Yeah, 100%. Because the requirement of a newer buyer right now is a larger apartment when compared to when you see eastern part of a city, they're mostly youngsters who are working still, who are might not have still families like big families. They're nuclear families, so you'll see more individualistic of nuclear families over there. But whereas in
Hmm.
northern Bangalore, you'll see a mix of both where new is now the Century Ethos apartments. I think they are the closest one to Hebal you can see on a large scale. Their
Hmm.
apartment footage size is 1200 to 2200, 2400 square feet. So you see a obvious trend shifting towards northern Bangalore. You'll see a larger scale, and I think by 2026, when most of the tech parks towards North Bangalore start to deliver the actual, let it be embassy, let it
Hmm.
be the Purvankara aerospace. This thing, these are all big tech parks, so 3 5
Hmm.
million square feet.
Yeah.
So once they get occupied, you can see a higher residential demand as well because the employees coming in would want to reside in North Bangalore. They would not want to travel much. They'd
Hmm.
want to reside around, you can say, Rajankunte or Baglur side, and then travel to these tech parks.
All right. The tech parks that you're speaking about, we already have Infosys that has got about 5 lakh square feet of office space in North Bangalore. We
Yeah,
have Philips Innovation
uh,
Campus as well. I think that's coming up in close to
yeah, yeah,
Yelhanka
yeah,
somewhere,
yeah.
and SAP India, SAP Labs,
That's
and even
already
India.
operational, I think. Yeah, yeah.
Huh, huh, huh,
The
huh.
Philips Innovation Lab is already operational, and the 1.2 million square feet on phase two, which is embassies under construction. I think there are already talks of pre-leasing the agreement going on. That might be disclosed soon.
Okay. Now, this influx of companies, Siddharth, that's what I wanted to talk to you about as well, because these it will be mainly IT and techies that will be shifting here. So their
Yeah.
salaries and their pay packages are going to be humongous. So how much of a factor will that be in driving the real estate market?
That makes a lot of difference, especially if a tech employee has lived in Bangalore. Like he is not originally from Bangalore and has migrated to Bangalore, has lived here like say around 18 to 24 months. It will not make sense for him to anymore pay rent with
Hmm.
the rental market right now in Bangalore, and then he'd rather spend on EMIs and get the property over a period of time than rather actually just renting out an apartment. So you see, most of the apartments which launch, they sell out well before the actual launch. In pre-sale only they
Hmm.
sell out. Bharata City is such a big township, but then
Yeah.
finding apartment over there is tough.
Also, Siddharth, what if you could just give us an idea? I understand it's difficult because different builders, the kind of amenities that they're going to have in their apartments or townships will determine the prices as well. But in some of the areas like, say, Yalahanka, Hebbal, Jakkur, Tanisandra, if you could give an inkling of an idea about what are the kind of prices that we are going to see, say by 2026 in terms of square footage.
See, right now, I can talk about the prices right now. The
Yeah.
Century Ethos, for example, is quite expensive apartments for its area. You said you live in Sakar Nagar. It's right opposite to Sakar Nagar. You must have noticed them. They are selling at 4 5 CR an apartment. And the
Mm-hmm.
new launch from Brigade Insignia, that's also quite on a premium side. You can say it's around 4 CR to 6 CR, 7 CR they're offering. For that area, at this early in the market, you can expect. See, the prices have been shooting up drastically over there. Uh, by 2026, I expect it to reach. Right now, the Sakar Nagar's per square foot area is around 25,000, I believe. 25,000 to 30,000
Yeah.
per square foot you can find in land over there. It will shoot up to easily 40, 45,000 square feet. And there are more or less saturated areas such as Baglur and all. These will shoot up even further, say
Yeah.
at least 3x in the next 2 years, because you have seen, I think the report just came out day before yesterday, where
Yeah.
Bangalore was ranked number one with 90% appreciation in the last 2 years or something. That will
Mm.
continue to happen because of basically with the proximity to the airport, the new
Mm.
blue line coming in. That plays a vital role. The public looks for infrastructure which makes their life easier, because it's not just work and your home. It is about
Mm.
the time you get off your work. You don't want to spend your time in traffic. You don't want to spend your time just commuting to work. You want to be more
Mm.
productive. You want to have more family time. Everything. So
Mm.
the factor that North Bangalore is offering right now is infrastructure. It's a
Mm.
for current population, for current demand. I think the infrastructure is good enough. But then,
Mm.
with the future in mind, the government should be proactive. The metro lines which were proposed by the previous government, I believe, I don't think so. The incumbent government has actually spoken about it, but the
Yeah.
Tanisandra line to the airport, the Yelanka line to Dodbalapur should happen in the near future. Otherwise, it's a lot of suffering coming to
Absolutely. Infrastructure will play a key role, Siddharth. Based on that, I just want to ask because we are already seeing the kind of choke point Haibal flyover has become this time around. We hear that there's a 12-lane expressway as well coming here. And also the blue line that we spoke about, the metro as well. How much of a catalyst will this be for economic growth? Because they could play a key role in driving the real estate prices up or down, isn't it?
100%. As soon as I'll tell you about a micro market like Bannerghatta Road. It's still
Mm,
not a big market, as in when it comes to office market, but when it comes to residential market, it's massive. Since
mm,
the construction now is coming to an end, I've seen an upward trend of 30-40% of any properties being sold, even let it be an individual land or a apartment property. So when you're getting close to completion, I think the blue line's deadline is given 2026 itself. When
mm,
we get more closer to the completion of these lines, you'll see a massive surge in the real estate property prices. Any
mm,
individual, I myself, if I'm looking at a property to buy for myself, I look at multiple factors. Right now, I need to see what is my distance to commute, what is the average
mm,
time I'm spending on road. These make a big factor. See, what East Bangalore is right now crying for is good infrastructure and nothing else. They literally want nothing else. They want good infrastructure. Even
mm,
if
mm,
it's a 2 kilometers commute, there I've heard employees spend 2 hours on road. It is not
mm,
fair for anyone to be asking to be sparing 2 hours on road to commuting to work. So in North Bangalore, that's a big advantage we have. We have good infrastructure, the 12-lane expressway, where, as you told, the Hebal bridge is being done again.
yes.
Let's hope that solves the city coming into the city problem. The metro will play a vital role. The suburban rail is going on. Recently, L&T got the plan. I think the Rajan Gunta line, L&T only got
Correct.
the
Yes.
project. This thing.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's
Ah.
hope all this will play a vital role. The any plan or any construction that starts, I hope just makes through and the construction is done on time. Like Yalanka flyover, which is happening, it had to be supposed to be completed this year. I don't see it happening this year.
Mm,
Maybe next year. Let's be hopeful. But then that will also play a vital role in our
mm.
in the infrastructure in the future.
Absolutely. Also, Siddharth, I just want to ask, what is your advice to, say, people who are coming out to North Bangalore? Is it more profitable if they become tenants and take up houses on rent, or is it just advisable for them to make a jump and just purchase properties or purchase apartments? What's the best way to go, or is this the time to do it, or would you say wait it out? What would your advice be here?
There's no other better time as today. They keep telling it, and it's true even in this sense. If you are coming to North Bangalore, you need to buy a property because at any given, I don't see this proper price connection correction happening anytime soon. This is going to
Okay.
be booming for a long time coming now. 2027,
Mm,
28, you can expect the prices to go 3x at least from this day. Mark my words. And there are
mm,
big launches coming in Yalanka and from all the builders actually, Prestige, uh, Brigade. Everyone have started turning their focus to North Bangalore. Uh,
mm,
it's a hot piece of cake. You don't want to miss it. You need to
mm,
invest right away. Even if you're not
mm.
staying in North Bangalore, you might as well just put money over there.
Okay. As a potential investment or whatever, shift to Bangalore is what North Bangalore is what you're saying. Now, also one
Yeah,
last question here. Um, be- Water also plays a key role because we see there are periods when we know large pockets of Bangalore experience water shortage, and North Bangalore surprisingly does not have this problem to an extent that we see, say, even in the south or eastern side of Bangalore right now. So, is this going to be a prominent factor as well in terms of selecting properties? Yeah.
this is going to be. I heard like a few days back during the peak water shortage, we saw ads saying that 24/7 water. These were the promotional ads being used by some builders. North
Mm,
Bangalore has good amount of lakes as of now. I hope the lakes are protected and they're not affected in any ways. Uh,
yeah.
I and I think there is a Kaveri connection coming soon, even to North
Yeah.
Bangalore. Most of the villages
Mm,
in North Bangalore. I think that will
mm,
help it out in the long run.
mm,
North Bangalore is well poised right now. Our environment is on our side. I hope the builders spare
mm,
the lakes, at least in North Bangalore.
mm. All right. So thank you so much, Siddharth, for joining us on India Today So South. Basically, with the message that North Bangalore is set to explode onto the scene, and we could also see the this region outpace places like Whitefields, Eastern IT corridor as well. And there's no time like right now to invest and get a property here. So thank you so much for joining us
Yeah.
today.
Thank you, Gautam. Thank you.